Okay, good evening guys. I'm Pooja here from Writers Melon and I'm very excited. I'm in Gurgaon in Cyber Hub and I met a very interesting person a few minutes back. And you know why interesting? Because I'm very excited whenever I meet writers and writers who write good things, interesting things. So I got to know about him, a bit about his journey. But today the video will tell you a lot about him, a lot about his journey, his style of writing, and I'm sure it will motivate a lot of budding writers of how to go about their first book. So I will not take too much of space and too much of time here. And we are going to talk to Mr. Akash Verma, who has written 4 books, and the latest book is just in the market a month back. And he is the one who's going to talk about it. And I'm sure, as towards the end of this video, you would love to read the book and you'll go online or to your nearest store, wherever, but basically grab a copy of the book. Okay, so over to him. Hi Akash.
Hi. Hi.
How are you?
I'm very well.
Okay, so Akash, we'll start by knowing a bit about you. How did you start writing and what happened? Like a bit about your background, where do you come from? You said you worked in corporate for a long time, so that's what I know, but my viewers want to know. So tell us about you a bit.
Okay, so I've grown up in cities all across, all across North India. All across North India. So my dad was with a company that made him move after a few years, and I did my studies in places like Agra, Lucknow, and then in Delhi. And then I started working. I worked across corporate sectors in companies such as Coca-Cola, Times FM, Red FM, Big FM for about 16, 17 years before I became turned into an entrepreneur. So my journey really started in 2002 when I had moved to Ahmedabad and when the Gujarat riots had taken place. So I, being an outsider, I really had I got a first-hand account of how riots can impact lives of people like you and me. I was many a times, I was caught in them. I had to kind of scrape through, which in normal lives, all of us staying in places like Delhi, Bombay, we don't know what happens when such a calamity actually happens. So that kind of gave me a sense or gave me a backdrop of what my first novel is going to be. And so that first novel was called It Happened That Night, and then subsequently I wrote other 2 books before I wrote You Never Know, which is a romantic thriller, which is my current book. As far as my writing journey goes, well, both my parents have been eminent Hindi writers, so my house literally has been a hub for literati. So I've been surrounded by books. I've met and talked, and eminent writers have pampered me when I was a kid. So I guess it was always there. It was just that urge to write for the first time that mattered, and so when it finally did in 2002. So here I am with 4th book, and hopefully I hope to write many more.
And we just did a Facebook Live. I don't know how many of you have seen that, but that is about his last book, which is the latest book, which is You Never Know. And I'm sure you guys want to hear a bit about it, what it is about. So we would want to know and see the book from the writer himself.
So that's the book You Never Know, and so You Never Know, like the title suggests, is actually you never know when things that you could never imagine could really happen in your life in very next moment. So this story is about this really high-flying corporate executive who works for an advertising agency. His name is Dhruv, and so his career is really going great guns. He has a good family life, so it's not that there is any problem with his family. He has got 2 lovely kids, and when he just in his office, he comes across this really striking and intelligent woman called Anuradha, and really falls head over heels in love with her. Their friendship develops, and then it soon becomes a full-grown affair. Unlike the norms of society, Dhruv then starts hiding this affair from his family, from his colleagues, because he really can't let that woman to go out of his life. Their affair is so passionate and intense that he really can't get himself to do that. But little does he know at that point in time that that Anuradha is hiding a secret, which really has the ability to drag him through hell. So when that secret, peel after peel, starts revealing its dark colors into their life, and how their lives, all their lives, turn absolutely topsy-turvy after that, and what happens in the end is really the story, is really the crux of the story.
Great. And it may be a bit of weird question, but of course I would want to know what makes you write? Why do you write?
Okay, so writing for me, so I always had these stories in my mind right from the time I was a kid. It's so it's just that so there was always this urge to write, but somehow I could not get my pen onto paper. This urge, but then soon turned into a definitive story when I was in Gujarat, as I had mentioned earlier, and I really couldn't stop myself from writing them. So there is a thought, there is an idea, there is a plot, and which ultimately takes every writer to writing a story.
Great. And would also want to know, for a lot of viewers that we have, they are very aspiring. There are many of them who are aspiring to be writers. So what would you like to give them as a piece of advice who want to start their career or this passion into writing? So anything for them that you would like to say?
See, I think writing is not at all a glamour thing. Okay, writing requires a lot of hard work, but then that hard work is really about when you start to writing. But before that, I think so one must have a very, very clear plot in his or her mind about the story what he or she is going to write. One needs to understand what are the characters in the story, and those characters need to be written very, very with a lot of ease and with a lot of care as such. So my advice is, before you start writing, actually do a lot of homework, do a lot of writing notes about your story, about your characters, about the chapters that you want to write, and then start writing. So it's not that you have an idea and then you straight away get your pen onto paper, but really make a lot of notes, think through it a lot, okay? And so research a lot before you start writing, make a lot of copious notes, and then get yourself to writing.
And also one thing, it is said, and it's also true, that getting a publisher or traditional suitable publisher is difficult. How was it easy for you, or was it difficult for you to get the right publisher for your titles?
See, once you have written a book, I think the next day you want the book to release, the third day you want the book to be a blockbuster, and the fourth the book should be made into a movie. But usually it doesn't happen like that. So for me as well, it didn't happen like that. My book was also rejected before a publisher took it up. But fundamentally what I believe is that if the story is good, then it will be told, okay? And a publisher will for sure publish it. So be very, very convinced about your story before sending it to a publisher. A lot of us, and which is the mistake that I committed when I wrote the first story and then eventually I did it, is that you don't edit it, you don't you just after writing a book you straight away send it to the publisher. But really go through your first draft many times, okay? At least 4-5 times, if possible. Get someone to edit it for you, because a lot of time when we write, we are usually from our point of view, it's the best thing that we have written. But you really need to have some close friends, your family, who can read that story in a very like a reader would. They could really look at your story like a reader would, and then you would know what things you need to edit, what things you need to really throw out of the window, and that will really make your book fine. So just make sure that your book is edited well by yourself, by professionals, and your book is read by few people around or in your circle, yeah, before you send it to a publisher.
And I'm really wanting to know who is your inspiration. And when you write or the story comes to your mind the first time, is it through real life incidents, observation? What do you basically look at and then start writing? Which is your main source of the thought process?
Well, that's a very, very good question. So I am a very experience-led writer. So for me, writing a story without having an experience of it in my life, I just cannot do that. It's not my cup of tea. And so for example, I cannot write about characters who I don't know, or who I haven't ever met in my life, or I've never seen. So I can't write that story. So for me, idea can be picked up from anywhere, and one does it while one does it every day, but that idea needs to have very strong coherence with my life experiences. So all my characters, this book, my past books, my future books will strongly have references from my real life, that's for sure, because that's what I really want my characters to be. So for me, it's summing it up, for me it is an idea, plus that idea needs to have relevant experiences from my own personal life.
And out of these three, which one do you think is the toughest in terms of actually coming out with a book? Is it the writing? Is it the editing? Is it the marketing? Which for you is the toughest thing that you experience when you basically think of a book?
Okay. See, for me, first thing is the story, but now over the years, since I'm in my fourth book, I would like to give editing a share of, if not 50-50 as writing, 60-40. Marketing is to my mind is 20. So if I have to divide it among in 100, so 40 or 50, 30, 20. So 50 writing, or maybe 50, 40, 10. So 50 writing, 40 editing, and 10 marketing. Because in marketing, you can't, unless you are a Dan Brown, or unless you are a Dan Brown, you can do only that much in marketing. And ultimately, marketing will not help a product that is not very good to sell. So you're really writing and you're editing. Your book should be a very, very good read. Only then will you put money behind marketing it. So that's what I think it is.
And one final question. You've written 4 books, so I'm sure the journey from the first to the fourth and the more which are coming. So do you think you've evolved as a writer, and what things have changed from your first book to now? The entire journey of going through.
Yeah, actually, as far as my book writing goes, I never, after my one book is over, I won't pick it up after 3 to 4 months. Then that chapter is over, I move on to the next. And sometimes when you get back to your early writings and your earlier books, you just cringe. You say, is this what I was writing? So I think you evolve. There is no doubt that your writing evolves. It's like how a batsman practices over time and really hones his skill. In the same way, I think a writer, the more number of words he puts onto the paper, your writing definitely improves, and it keeps on improving. And I don't think the writing will, so even if I've written 10 to 15 books, your writing somewhere will keep on improving with every book that you write. The only thing that you need for you to improve your writing is to keep your, is not to let your self-esteem be greater than your inquisitiveness to learn, or to or to observe things around.
And any thoughts on your future projects? You're working on some already. So anything you want to share about it with us?
Yeah. So my so really this genre of writing thrillers is now that has fascinated me, because it does both the things. So it helps you write a story, and it helps you write a story with a lot of drama in it. So this is a really intriguing area as far as thrillers go. So I think I will now focus completely on writing urban psychological or urban romantic thrillers. My next book is also in the same space. So it's a story about. So I've moved away from the current genre romantic thriller. So that's an emotional thriller, which is again an urban thriller, and hopefully it should be out next year.
So we look forward to a lot of work from you, and we'll be waiting to read more and get to know you more and all the characters that you will put forward to us more. So guys, signing off from here, and it was great talking to you, Akash.
Thank you. Thank
And
you very
again, have a look. This is the book. Grab your copy, and sure you will love and enjoy reading this book, and a lot of good work that comes more in the years ahead. Thank you so much, Akash.
Thank you so much. Thank you.